Today's story is The Prince and Serpent. Once upon a time in Mongolia, there lived a cruel prince. He was very wicked and unkind to his servant. The servant was very wise and hardworking. The prince got pleasure out of hitting his servant and would beat them black and blue without any fault of them. One day, the prince and servant were going to a neighboring country. The prince rode a very strong and sturdy horse, while the servant followed him on a frail horse. They had to travel a long distance. After a few hours, the sky became overcast, and loud thunder could be heard at the distance behind them. The prince was covered and frightened by the clap of thunder. He looked around for a place to hide, but found none. His servant had no cart with him, so the prince made his strong horse walk slower and waited for a servant. When he saw the servant, he shouted, "Don't lag behind me, you fool, keep up with me." The servant replied, "How can I keep pace with you? My horse is weak." On hearing this, the prince was furious. He said, "It means you haven't fed the horse well. It is all your fault. What were you doing all the time, lazy man?" Then he struck the servant on his head. At the very moment there was a streak of lightning in the sky. The prince was so frightened and closed his eyes tightly. When the servant saw this, he thought an idea. He hit the prince in his head with the streak. Prince thought it is due to light, and he got petrified. He started praying to God. "Please God, forgive me once. Please God, forgive me once. I'll not beat my any servant again. I'll not beat my any servant again." After he had never beat his servant and became very kind to them, and he became very kind to them all of his servant, and he started loving them.